that I'm going to need for my beef chow mein today are, of course, the chow mein noodles. I also have some bora. I have some shredded carrots, some chopped onions, some chopped hot pepper, as well as some chopped garlic. And I have my beef here, and my beef has been thinly sliced, and then it's been marinating overnight in my green seasoning. If you want to see how to make the green seasoning, I'll have the recipe linked right up here. I also have some of my favorite mushroom seasoning. I really like to use this in Asian-inspired dishes. I also have some of my sweet soy sauce, some reduced sodium soy sauce, as well as some sesame oil. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to boil these chow mein noodles, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys what to do next. Once your chow mein noodles are done boiling, you want to strain them in a colander and allow all that water to drain off. And as soon as you see the water drains off, you're going to pour it into a long tray or some type of vessel that's big enough, so this way the noodles are not choked up against each other. I've also coated them in a little bit of oil, and I'm just spreading it around with my fork, so this way they don't stick together. In my skillet, I have some vegetable oil that I've heated up on a high heat. Once it comes up to temperature, you're going to go in with your seasoned beef, and you're going to go ahead and let it fry up until the beef is browned and the beef is nice and tender. I allowed all of my beef to fry for about 6 to 10 minutes, or just until all of the beef was nice and browned and crispy on the edges. At this point, I'm lowering the heat just a little bit so I can have my vegetables cooked properly, and I'm going in with my onions, my chopped garlic, as well as my chopped hot pepper. Now, if you wanted to, you could throw in a little bit of finely grated ginger, and you can also adjust the pepper to your taste, because I know some people like spicy food and some don't. I'm going to allow these ingredients to fry and marry together for about another 3 minutes, or just until the onions soften a little bit. This mixture has been sauteing for about 3 minutes at this point, and my onions have gotten a little bit of a golden brown color on them. So what I'm doing at this point is going in with all of my bora. Now, bora is also known as Chinese long beans. If you guys cannot find these, you can go ahead and replace it with regular string beans. That'll work perfectly as well. So I'm going to fry these up for about another minute, or just until the bora has a chance to soften as well. So all of these ingredients have been frying up for about a minute. You don't want to cook it for too long because you want that bora to still be nice and crunchy. At this point, I've added in a little bit of salt to taste, and I'm going in with my mushroom seasoning. Now with your salt, you want to be very careful and only add a little bit at this point, because we are going to add soy sauce, which is also salty. And once you stir in the salt and that mushroom seasoning, it's time to go in with all of your sweet soy sauce, and then we're going to also go in with our regular soy sauce. A little tip I have for you guys: when you're using soy sauce in the kitchen, you should always use low sodium, because it'll allow you to control the saltiness or the sodium in the food a little better. So at this point, I'm going to stir this around. My heat is on a medium heat, and I just want to coat all of these ingredients in all of these different sauces. Once you get all of those ingredients coated in the sweet soy sauce and the regular soy sauce, you want to go straight in with some shredded carrots. And then as soon as you put the carrots in, you're going to go in with your noodles. Now, I don't let these ingredients cook with the sauces too much, because you do not want it to dry out. And you want to add the noodles in the same time as the carrots, because the carrots you don't want to overcook. I've gone ahead and I've tossed up all of the ingredients, and I made sure to give it a quick taste for salt, and it was perfect. I'm also going to go ahead and finish off this dish with a little bit of sesame oil. You always want to add this in at the end, because it's going to give you the optimal flavor. Now, usually at this point, I would go in with some thinly sliced scallions, as well as some finely shredded cabbage. But I didn't have those on hand today. But if you do, go ahead and add them in. They're going to add such a great crunch to this dish. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my quick and simple recipe for beef chow mein. You can go ahead and play with all of the different meats that you put in here. It's very versatile. You could also play with all of the veggies. Now, this is something you can make any night of the week, because it takes about 30 minutes to prepare and make in total, and it's so delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet, and make sure you keep leaving your comments down below and tell me what you guys would like to see next. See you guys soon.